Hello everyone, my name is Karimot Olábísí Odébòdé and you're welcome to another edition of the Poems I Love. So come with me as I read the poems that I love, poems that when I read them or that I have read, I see a sense of belonging that speaks truly to the kind of value that I owed and then they speak actually to me. So yes, the number one list on that poems that I love is no other than the amazing Maya Angelou's Phenomenal Woman. Phenomenal Woman. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size, but when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it is in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the coil of my lips. I am a woman, phenomenally phenomenal woman. That's me. I walk into a room, just as cool as you please, and to a man, the fellow stand or fall down on his knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it is the fire in my eyes and the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist and the jaw in my feet. I am a woman, phenomenally phenomenal woman. That's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't say. I say, it is in the arc of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breast, the grace of my style. I am a woman, phenomenally phenomenal woman. That's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care. 'Cause I am a woman, phenomenally phenomenal woman. That's me. That's it. And why do you think I love the poem? Because I think it was one of the poems that really introduced me to poetry. So it was one of those poems that speaks about the essence of women, and I loved it when I read it the first time. I loved it a whole lot. Until date, I still love it. And I think another reason why I love it is it's a poem that it's a poem that you can read and a poem that you can perform. Yeah. So the second poem I will be reading is J.P. Clark Ibadan. And yes, I don't think I have to explain too much about why I love this poem. I have a poem on Ibadan, and I think when I read this book in secondary school, it speaks a whole lot to a whole lot to me, and then it informed some subsequent poem that I have written. Very short poem, but full of a lot. So yes, Ibadan. Running splash of rust and gold, flung and scattered among seven hills like broken china in the sun. That's it. Okay, the third poem I would be reading is no other than a poem titled Not My Business by Professor Niyi Osundare. Not my business. They picked Akoni up one morning, beat him soft like clay, and stuffed him down the belly of a waiting jeep. What business of mine is it? So long they don't take the yam from my severing mouth. They came one night, booted the old house awake, and dragged Dan Laddie out, then off to a lengthy absence. What business of mine is it, so long they don't take the yam from my severing mouth? Chinwe went to work one day, only to find that job was gone. No query, no warning, no probe, just one neat sack for a stainless record. What business of mine is it? So long they don't take the yam from my sovereign mouth. And then one evening, as I sat down to eat my yam, a knock on the door froze my hungry hand. The jeep was waiting on my bewildered lawn, waiting, waiting in its usual silence. Not my business. That poem it says a lot. And even though this poem has been written since I think 2011, a long time. I don't remember the exact year. It's been a whole long time. But this poem is still relevant to date. And that is just the beauty of art. And I love this poem because the era we meet ourselves in this world, not just in Nigeria, not just this crime, the political crime we have around the world. We see so many injustices, and the people try to say that, well, it's not my country, well, it's not my people, well, it's not my race. But the point is, when we allow injustice to thrive, when we do not come as a collective to speak against injustice, when we see our neighbors, suffer from this injustice, one day, someday, this injustice is going to knock on your door and carry you. So we don't have to wait for it to come to our doorstep. We have to come together and say, it is my business. When I see injustice, I speak against injustice. So that's why I love Not My Business by Niyi Osundare, because it summarizes everything a lot. So the last but not the least that I will be reading is titled The Birth of Illusion by one of my favorite poets, and not just a poet, one of my favorite person that I love her, Jumoke Verissimo. And maybe it's about what she stands for, being a woman from that I can relate with, and also trying as much as possible to make a mark in this world through her art. And it's titled The Birth of Illusion by Jumoke Verissimo. I once held a book in my hand and dreamt of heroes. I saw the tawny droops of heaven's hues in skies, where the world made music from the wind's sigh. I buried my head in words and asked not to be awakened to flagging choruses from familiar plains, refrains of songs for departed forebears denied burial, and figuring and aging children from cockerel wars, of history pillared on dreams, invented from it, the suicide bombing youngsters and baby dabbers, tracing bikini wearers around the world for peace. I once held a book in my hand and dreamt of heroes of Borno and Syria, Gaza and Iraq, Afghanistan and hell, of babies with stumps for fingers and beads as eyes. I saw men who dreamt they were children on the beach. I met boys who left the beach to become men in deserts. I once held a book in my hand and dreamt of heroes. I once sat on the altitude of a perspiring century and chatted a chorus of sorrow to departing trees. I ate my finger one after the other. I ate myself. I ate myself. I ate myself. I ate myself. Yes, those are the poems that I love. Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou, Ibadan by J.B. Clark's Not My Business by Professor Niyi Osundare, and The Birth of Illusion by Jumoke Verissimo. Thank you so much for watching, and look forward to another episode of The Poems I Love.